What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video. Let's take a look at some more recent sales for the vintage collection. We've got some early TVC 1.0. We've got a few graded items, not too many. And then I even have some autographed items that sold here recently, which are always tough to find, I feel like, on the vintage collection card back. As always, thanks so much to my Patreon team. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up to be a Patreon and get 24 hours early access to all my videos. I'm pre-making this video because I'm going to be out of town as you watch it. So I hope that you enjoy some of the content I tried to put together for while I'm gone. Let's take a look. We've got a VC08 Darth Vader on a Return of the Jedi card back. This one had the prototype Boba Fett offer sticker on the front. This one was an unpunched US card back, and it looked to be in very, very clean condition overall. Here's the back of the card there. Very, very clean. This is one, I don't think I have this one in my collection. I can't keep track of all the different Darth Vaders. I've got like 3 or 4 in this video alone, but this one sold at auction for $115. Free shipping. There's only one bid on that. That closed on March 26th, but certainly a gorgeous looking example of Vader. Next up was a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett with the same prototype prototype armor Boba Fett. So, excuse me if I misspoke there. I can't keep it all straight, I tell you. This one sold for $100, free shipping. The Revenge of the Jedi, that's another one you can get with this same card back. That one can go for a little bit more money, depending on if it's the retail release with the prototype armor Boba Fett versus the SDCC release that did not have that sticker on there. But $100 took that one home, free shipping. Next up is another General Grievous. This one was listed as unpunched, but that punch looks awfully iffy. It looks like it's starting to peel away there a little bit on the bottom of that hanger tab. But really nice example overall. This one was the US card for VC 117. It did have just a little bit of edge wear to it, probably at best an 85 grade. That one sold in an auction for $110. I think that price is really fair. We see for really, really clean examples, they can go for $150, maybe $175 if it's the foil Galactic Hunt, Ultimate Galactic Hunt version. But this one was unpunched, although, again, that tab was starting to come loose a little bit, it looked like to me, on the bottom of the tab. But $110 took that one home. And next up, I had this one in my What to Buy video, and it sold really quickly. It sold within 30 minutes of it going live to my Patreon supporters, so a Patreon supporter did pick this one up. I thought this was a great buy. This is VC39, the Canadian version with the multi-language Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape name pill. Look how many different languages there are on that one. $50 for that. $50 plus $14 shipping. I thought that was worth every penny of that. I can only imagine how difficult this one is to find. This is the first time I personally have ever seen this Canadian Luke Skywalker VC39 for sale. And for $50, $14 shipping, that's a great deal given that the US card back can go for more than that, 50% more than that sometimes. So congrats whoever picked that one up. Next up, we've got VC40 R5D4. I imagine that this one's going to continue to go up in price given his prominence in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. I've only watched through Episode 3, but been pretty decent. It's kind of hit or miss, I feel like, the show. So far this season has been a little bit hit or miss, a little bit uneven in terms of the pacing and in terms of how the story fits together, but nevertheless, I feel like this one's probably going to continue to go up. This one was not perfect by any means. It had some condition issues, as you can see on the bottom of the card back, but it still sold for 80 pounds, which is $98 US. That's what I paid for mine unpunched on the US card, and it got a 90 with CAS. So clearly it's gone up quite a bit in price because this one was punched, and it did have some pretty obvious condition issues at the bottom of the card back there. But anyway, keep an eye on VC number 40, R5D4. I think that one will continue to be in high demand as Season 3 plays out on The Mandalorian. This one is Commander Grieve VC43. This one was an unpunched card. Again, it did have some very light condition issues. It had a couple of dings at the top of the card back, but it was the unpunched US card back, and VC43, and pretty decent overall. I'd say probably 85 grade at best. This one sold in an auction for $199 plus $13 shipping, so big price on that one. Only one bid. That one closed on March 28th. A couple of different sales for Aayla Secura. This one is the unpunched US card with the Darth Maul offer sticker. That one sold for $100. Buy it now plus $8 shipping. And then this one was the same card back. It looked to be probably just a little bit cleaner in terms of condition, but that one sold for $150 on 23 bids in an auction, plus $11.75 shipping. So $108 versus $162. So pretty big price difference for two different Ayla Securas that both sold pretty quickly right next to each other. VC69 Bastilla Sean unpunched U.S. card back. That one sold for $85 plus $10 shipping. That's come down a little bit from the highs of last year. That was more like $150 to $180. So about 95 bucks picks you up now. A really nice, clean, unpunched U.S. card, VC69. Another one that's holding its own in terms of price is Ponda Baba. This one had the prototype armor Boba Fett offer sticker, and it was unpunched with the U.S. card back. It looked very, very clean overall. And here's the bottom of the card. A question for you guys is that on the bottom of this one, it has Hasbro Canada and Australia on there. Are there any other kind of differences? Because to me, this one looks like it could have been released in the New Zealand market, given that the Australia is very pronounced on the addresses there on the bottom of the back of the card back, though. I didn't take the time to look up any other sales to see if this is standard for all of the U.S. cards, but it looks like the U.S. card, but then it has the Australia, New Zealand there on the bottom of the card. That one sold for $130 plus $11 shipping. That's kind of right in line with market, so I'm assuming that this is just the standard U.S. release for Ponda Baba. I got a couple of different autographs that sold. This is the Jeremy Bulloch signed VC09 Boba Fett from 2010. This one was a punched example. It was listed for $300, free shipping, and the best offer that was accepted was $250. So very cool to get that one. That one, again, had the rocket firing mail-away offer for VCP03, and it was signed by Jeremy Bulloch on the Boba Fett card back. So very, very cool item there. You don't find that one very often since Jeremy Bulloch, passed away fairly recently and did not get a chance to sign many of these TVC. Next up was a signed Dave Prowse. This one was authenticated already by by Beckett certification. So not James Spence, but it's got that little sticker down there in the bottom right on the back where it shows that Beckett has authenticated this one. Signed by Dave Prowse. Now, it was listed for $600. The best offer that was accepted was $350 plus $10 shipping. But if you compare it to this one, this is the one I had in my What to Buy video. This one is another really nice, clean example. Same card back, VC93, signed by Dave Prowse. That one sold for $405 plus $17 shipping. So, again, $350 to about $420 or so will pick you up one of these. But I can't imagine there's a lot of these, given that Dave Prowse typically did not sign TVC. It seems like most of his signed items were Power of the Force or some of the other different lines out there. But anyway, a couple of different data points for signed Dave Prowse TVC Vaders. Here was the ARC Trooper Commander. This seller has one still available. Two of them have sold. This one was listed for $129 free shipping. That's a pretty good value, given that we documented recently one for this ARC Trooper Commander that sold for $154. So $129 takes that home. He's still got one available. Two of them have sold. Here was one in an auction that looked very clean. That one sold for even less, $107.50 plus $12.55 shipping. So a couple of data points there for the ARC Trooper Commander. Next up was Grand Moff Tarkin. I believe I had this one in my What to Buy video. This was an unpunched U.S. card back. Really clean example. Skeletor wearing his Imperial uniform. And this one had the Darth Maul offer sticker. That one sold in an auction for $140 plus $5 shipping. So again, Grand Moff Tarkin has come back down in price a little bit. This one was going all day long for $170, $180, $190. But this one sold in an auction for $140, and it looked to be very clean overall, maybe just some very light edgeware. So I think that was a pretty good buy there. Same seller also had Weequay on an unpunched U.S. card back. That one sold for $76. That was kind of right in line with what I expected. I think I said $80 to $85 for that one. So $76 plus $5.17 shipping took that home. The Republic Trooper on the character debut expanded universe card back. This one is the U.S. release, unpunched. Very, very clean looking card there. $78. That just shows you how much this one has fallen since it was re-released as part of the Hasbro Fan Choice exclusive. So $78. I think that's a great buy. Very, very good buy relative to what this one was going for last year prior to the re-release. Next up was an AFA 9.25 original issue Ahsoka VC 102, very high grade, US card back, unpunched. That one sold for $685 on 30 bids plus $15 shipping. So that's a big price. You know, the last couple have sold that were graded were AFA 9.0s that sold anywhere from $500 to about $600. So this one is a 9.25 grade, or a 90 plus if you want to translate it to the 3-tier grading. But $685 plus $15 shipping. That's a big price on that one. Next up was a UKG 95% Dirty Armor Sand Trooper VC 112. I believe I also had this one in my What to Buy video, and it sold very quickly thereafter. It sold for 249 pounds, which is 306 US dollars and change, plus shipping on that one. But again, it's a 95 grade from UKG, and ungraded, these can go for $200 sometimes. So I think that that's worth every penny for a very high grade from UKG. Finally, we had an uncirculated 8.5 Obi-Wan Kenobi Dark Times Darth Vader. Beautiful example of 241. Low grade, you know, 8.5 is considered a little bit low grade for these modern releases, and the price reflected that. $51. That's a great buy. $13.40 shipping. So let's call that about $65 shipped for an AFA 8.5 uncirculated Dark Times Darth Vader. I mean, that's not much more than casing cost plus the actual original cost of the mint on card. So I think that's worth every penny of that one. So anyway, just some more data points, some good deals, and some that surprised me at the upper end of the scale. But I hope that you find what you're looking for if you're out there looking to fill in your collection for the vintage collection. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.